Hello Canadians, I'm your mentor Bakar Bhatti, CEO PAS. In this video, I'm going to discuss the inherent risk that is present in Canada's housing market. But before we proceed further, here's a disclaimer that this video is only intended for orientation purposes. If you need any specific advice on any professional matter, you can always call us at 289-952-3494, or else you can send us an email at pasca2017@gmail.com. So here's the scheme of presentation. First, we'll look into the current trend in the housing market. Then I'm going to share with you some of the regulatory measures that have been taken by the Canadian government during the past years. Then I'll share with you a few important statistics. And finally, we'll explore the inherent risk. So regarding current trend in Canadian housing market, as you can see that there are two significant factors. One is the overvaluation of housing prices, and second is the price acceleration factor present in it. Now there could be several contributing factors that you can figure out. For example, the immigrants influx. We know that Canada is a home to immigrants, and on average about 300,000 immigrants are joining this country on an annual basis. So of course it's going to affect the demand and supply in the housing market. Then of course there are skewed laws to enable non-residents and new residents to buy property. I'll just talk about this aspect later. And then there is also a perception that probably there's a nexus between stakeholders like builders, financiers, and realtors that has resulted in overvaluation and price acceleration in the housing market. And finally, we cannot rule out the possibility of speculative buying and selling within this sector. So some of the regulatory measures that have been taken during the past few years include 15% property transfer tax on non-residents, reducing length of mortgage period from 30 to 25 years. Then CRA has also asked the Canadians to report their capital gains on principal residents in their tax return. And then of course there are stringent insurance requirements for buyers with lower down payment, who usually contribute below 20% down payment, etc. Now I'm going to share with you some of the important statistics, and these statistics have been gathered from Statistics Canada, CMHSC, and World Bank Group, and OECD. So first we'll look at the Canadian real estate price escalation statistics. If you just look at this table, between the years 2000 and 2009, the overall increase was 79%. It comes to approximately 8.78% annual increase. Between the time 2009 and 2012, the total increase was 24%, and this comes to an average of 8% per annum. Between 2012 and 2015, it was 15.70%. That comes to approximately 5.23% annual increase. In the year 2016, the annual reported increase was 12.30%, and in 2017, up to this point, it's approximately 13.37%. If you just look at these figures, there is an accentuated trend in the prices of houses in Canada. Now, when you look at the household income statistics, we notice that there is an overall increase of 10.84% between 2005 and 2015, and this comes to approximately 1.08% annual increase. That is very modest when it is compared with the increase in the prices of houses in Canada. That is on average is growing at about 8 to 10%. Let's move forward. So what is the inherent risk? As you can figure out, the inherent risk is the possibility of default on the part of buyers of houses. Now, effect of rising mortgage cost on disposable income. In this table, I'm going to explain some of the key statistics. If you just look at this table, we assume that year 0 means now, and within the next 10 years, how these statistics are going to affect the ability of individual Canadians to pay their mortgage cost. For example, if somebody is earning $5,000 now and their assumed mortgage cost is $2,000, that is approximately 40%, their disposable income, that is net of mortgage cost, is $3,000. But when you just look at the extrapolated figures, we notice that by the end of year 10, the size of disposable income has or is likely to fall to $1,320. That is more than 50% decline in the size. And when you look at the last column, that is mortgage divided by income, we notice that the 40% mortgage cost is likely to inflate to 76% by the end of year 10. So it means it would be extremely difficult for majority of the Canadians to meet their mortgage obligations if these trends continue. Now we look at some of the implications. First implication is, as you can figure out from the previous table, that mortgage costs are likely to be doubled in 10 years time from now, whereas the income increase is likely to lag behind because its increase is about 1.08%. And then when this situation is likely to persist, it may result in default of large number of home buyers. And if it in fact happens, it may result in collapse in the housing market. Then who would be the greatest sufferers if this scenario actually happens? Of course, the greatest sufferers will be new buyers who will be buying houses at the close of the collapse. With this video is over. Thank you very much for watching. For consulting services, send us an email at pasca2017@gmail.com, or else you can call us at 289-952-3494, or you may like to visit our website at pasca.com. Thank you.